Let's talk about right tackle. Let's talk about right tackle. You want to do that?
I'm really excited. This is the position I've been like, just yes, trade 2/3 and next year third, and go after your starting right tackle in this draft. If you look at free agency, who's the best free agent available at right tackle? Mike McGlinchey.
Caleb McGarry. Well, okay. Oh yeah, McGlinchey. He's going to get the most money. That's true.
Yeah. So
yep.
I don't want to spend money on Mike McGlinchey. And if Mike McGlinchey is the top ranked right tackle, obviously we're not going to spend that much money on Mike McGlinchey. That's not going to happen. So what are we going to take off a knockoff, a step down from Mike McGlinchey in free agency? That's ridiculous to me. The way the 49ers need to approach this is by trading 3, I don't care, 2 this year, 1 next year. They have 11 draft picks. They're not going to sign 11 picks. Trade 2 of them, 1 next year, because you're probably going to have a comp pick next year for something, maybe Jimmy Garoppolo or somebody like that. Go after a for sure starting right tackle year 1, a right, or not a right. What's his name? Damn it.
Darnell Wright.
Darnell Wright.
Darnell Wright. That's exactly what I was going to say, man. He's a really good right. He's 330 pounds. He ran a 5 flat. He's hella good. Yes. But the thing about these tackles, to me, like any tackle who's looked at as good is a first-round pick. If he falls to the 3rd and they can trade up or whatever, or they can get in position, I'm for it. I'm for it. Because you need a plug-and-play starter at right tackle who's not – they don't have one. It's not Spencer Burford. It's not Jalen Moore. It's not Colton McKivitz. Yeah. It's not. It's not Tom Compton.
Yeah.
Although it might be Tom Compton.
And there's 2 ways to invest into – no, it better not be Compton. There's 2 ways to invest. Grant is money, capital, or draft capital. You have 11 draft picks. You're not going to sign 11 players from the rookie class. Trade 2 this year, 1 next year. Move up. Go get Darnell Wright. That's a for sure starting right tackle who's an upgrade over Mike McGlinchey. That is absolutely what I'm going to be begging Jed York and John Lynch to do. Not that they're going to listen to me, but that's the plan, man. That's what they got to do.
I like it. I think it's great. I think the Niners, they want to have a premium right tackle. I mean, they spent a top 10 pick on Mike McGlinchey. They thought he would be they thought he would be special. Go back and listen to what John Lynch said when they drafted him. They called him like a badass. It's like, no. No, he's a really nice guy, actually. Yeah. But they wanted to have premium bookend tackles. You got a great left tackle. They can get, I don't think they want to just go a whole season with Tom Compton or Colton McKivitz. They were always in denial. They always tried to pretend that McGlinchey was better than he was. But now is their opportunity to go get an actual difference maker. And I think if they had to choose, would they rather have that at right tackle or center? They'd probably say right tackle. And I get that. But I think you could probably get both. You should probably find a way to get both.
You might.
Because the best teams in the league have both.
Yeah, if you have 3 threes, right, you trade 2 of them, you go up and get Darnell Wright. I think you might be able to get him in the early 2nd round. I think he still might be there. If you can get Darnell Wright and then draft a center with your 99, 100, 101, there you go.
Boom. Now you're in business.
And it's cheap and it's good. It's an upgrade over what you got, and it's cheaper than what you got. They're all be on rookie deals. That's what you got.
I like that. To me, I think you shouldn't be drafting other positions until you have your O-line and D-line and quarterback squared away. Those are the 3 most important positions.
Yeah.
It's the hardest ones to find. They're all important, but it's really hard to find quarterbacks. It's really hard to find big dudes who are athletic. You got to have those positions squared away, because if you're weak at any – honestly, the Niners' weakness at D-tackle last year down the stretch made them real susceptible to teams like Philly, who have these all-pro centers, or Kansas City. Yeah. So you gotta be solid on the trenches. You got to be set there, and the Niners really aren't. They're not.
Looking at the O-line specifically, the most important position to me is the edge, the tackles. Right, your left tackle, your weak side if you're a right-handed quarterback. But then after that, it's the right tackle. Maybe center, but right tackle, you got to get that edge.
But as you know, as a coach, a lot of times in a lot of different sports, people say you got to be solid up the middle. If you're not solid up the middle, you can't be weak at center. You cannot be weak at center. You can't just be like, we got Nick Sakel, we'll give it a shot. What if he's weak? The whole thing falls apart.
That's true. No, I'm not. It's the whole line. It's the whole line. But if you're an edge rusher like Nick Bosa who moves around, are you going to rush against Trent Williams, or are you just going to go around the Mike McGlinchey side, right? So, or freaking whoever's there, Colton McKivitz, right? So they God, I'm telling you, man, if they do this, this will be like the success of the offseason for the 49ers to me.
Yeah, they got to find a way. And I think if they're really planning on going with Colton McKivitz at right tackle next year, they're not a serious team. I'm sorry.
Right.
You can't be mediocre at so many spots on the offensive line. It's got to be a position of strength. It's so important.
I feel like, Grant, if they re-sign Jimmy Ward, they re-sign Jake Brendel, and if they draft a Darnell Wright type of right tackle, they just upgraded and they made themselves competitors. I really think that's key. Yeah.
I don't mind if they let Emmanuel Mosley go. Hell of a player, but they've already spent a lot on their defense and cornerback, and he's coming off a torn ACL.
Yeah.
And offense is more important, and the trenches are more important. So you gotta spend your resources on offensive line. They gotta find a D tackle. They got to find another D tackle, someone they can depend on. That should be easy. I mean, how many dudes? Here's an example. Down the stretch last year, the Niners traded for McCaffrey, which is great, running back.
Yeah.
It was a splashy, sexy move. They could have signed Ndamukong Suh too. He was out there. Eagles signed him. He would have been perfect for the 49ers.
Great.
They could go guard. They could sign Ndamukong Suh this offseason. Someone like that. Do that.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah.
Yep. They got to do it, man. That's the plan.
Got to.